me, the importance of a policy network derives from the complexity, dynamics, and diversity of policy processes in general. So nowadays, it's impossible for one actor alone to take on board all the issues related to agricultural development. So you need various stakeholders, you need different views, opinions, proposals, and so on. And policy networks are multi-stakeholder networks. They provide a platform for these different ideas, views, proposals, and so on.
Another question. So what should be the role or function of a CaRAPN specifically?
The role of CaRAPN, in my view, is to foster some sort of extroverted attitudes, to make sure that different people, including those who have not been involved in some sort of academic or scientific debate, participate, and make sure their opinions are taken into consideration when policies are developed, and those who make decisions are aware of those views, those evidence type of elements, and they make better policies. Then the policies are implemented by those on the ground, in the agribusiness, in farming, or in natural resources management, and so on. So it's agriculture and rural development.
One other question. What has been your experience with similar networks in other parts of the world?
Well, each region is different by nature, and that's just normal. CTA has been providing support to policy networks, regional policy networks in 6 ACP regions, in Western Africa, in Southern Africa, and Central Africa, Eastern Africa, and also in the Pacific. Let me take the policy network in Southern Africa as an example. The network is managed by a committee which is not hosted by any organization. This makes a difference because in the Caribbean case, the network is hosted and coordinated by ICA on behalf of the various stakeholders. And these two situations have advantages and, of course, some disadvantages. That's just normal. In Southern Africa, for instance, since they are not hosted by an organization, a solid organization like ICA, they have to look for their own resources, human and otherwise, and this makes them, to a large extent, stronger and more independent in some respects. However, the difficulty is that they depend much more on resources coming from outside, which is not the case of ICA in the Caribbean. So it's up to you to manage your disadvantages and make them work for you. This is how I see things. In the Pacific, is a completely different situation. The concept of region in the Pacific is looser than here in the Caribbean or in Africa, because if you see those tiny, very tiny countries, you have a country like New York which has 2,500 people. It's a nation, it's an independent nation, and they are very far from each other. Then you have 3 very clear sub-regions. You have the Melanesian countries, you have the Polynesian countries, Micronesian countries, and the policy network plays or can play a more active role in forging some sort of regional sense of integration, if you wish. And they are in their first stages, or it's German, right? First stages, and they have a lot to learn from this region. When they started, CaRAPN sent a representative, it was Keith Amiel, to their launching workshop to share with them the Caribbean experience, which started in 2003 in Georgetown, so on. So although there are differences between these various regions and networks, there are a number of things which can be shared for the benefit of all.